There was a small town at the edge of a forest, a place where the wind never stayed still. People called it Salem, and in Salem there was one rule everyone followed without question: never leave food outside after midnight. Alice didn't believe in such superstitions. She was a teacher, logical, educated, someone who laughed at fear. So when she moved into an old inherited house near the forest, she ignored the warnings. Until the first night. At exactly 2:13 a.m., Alice woke up. Not to a sound, but to a feeling. Something was watching her. She stepped outside, and that's when she saw it. A small stone idol placed right at the edge of her courtyard. It hadn't been there before. Its face was worn, but its eyes were open, watching, waiting. The next morning, Alice asked the townspeople about it. No one answered directly, but an old woman whispered, "If the offering is accepted, it will never stop asking." That night, Alice placed a small plate of rice and milk near the idol, just to test, just to prove them wrong. By morning, the plate was empty, but that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was, there were finger marks on the plate, human, fresh. That night, the wind screamed. Alice heard footsteps outside her door, slow, heavy, approaching. She opened the door. Nothing. But the idol was no longer outside. It was now sitting inside her house, closer. The next day, Alice noticed something horrifying. The townspeople were avoiding her. No one spoke to her. Even her students refused to look at her. Then she saw her. A woman standing at the edge of the road, clothed in shadows. Her voice was soft, too soft. "You fed it, didn't you?" Alice froze. "You shouldn't have." That night, Alice tried to destroy the idol. She struck it with a hammer, again and again, but no matter how hard she hit it, it didn't break. It breathed. And then it spoke. A voice, not from the idol, but from inside her head. "You gave me an offering. Now you are mine." Alice ran, through the house, into the forest, but the trees whispered her name, the shadows followed her, and every step she took, the sound of eating followed behind her, slow, wet, hungry. When Alice returned home, she found the idol waiting, and beside it, a plate, fresh, warm, familiar, and carved into the floor were words, "Offer again." Days later, the town noticed something strange. Alice never left her house, but at night, they saw someone standing in her window, watching, waiting. And every midnight, a plate of food appeared outside her door, always empty by morning. Because some offerings are not meant to be accepted, and once they are, they never stop. The moral of the tale is when you cross certain boundaries or ignore warnings about unknown forces, you may invite consequences that you cannot control.